my name is Janai and welcome to my channel. So today we are finally here. This is the end of my favorite K-pop songs of the year series. This is part 4. This is also the final part of the series. And just a quick note before I start, all of the disclaimers that I would say for this video and for all the rest of the videos in this series are exactly the same, but you can find them in part 1. That's where I did the long disclaimers. Just in case, before you come in my comments and before you complain about something, please refer to those. But I'm very excited to wrap this up. I do apologize though because I lied a little bit, just a little bit, but in part 3 of this series on my outro, I had said that this part 4, I would not be doing a similar video like part 3 where I featured only one artist. If you saw my part 3 to this series, you would know that the entire video was unique because it was all dedicated to TXT, and I explained why that was. But I had said that for part 4, get ready because there's going to be a variety of artists. However, what I neglected to say is that all of the artists are within NCT 127. So, but I didn't even intend to tell that kind of partial lie either. But when I checked my list again before I went to film this, I was like, oh, all the remaining artists are from NCT 127 plus the whole group itself. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of another video where it's all the same. But honestly, if you're not someone that really follows NCT 127, I would just be happy, to be honest. I'm about to bless you, to be honest. This is my old group. I know I've been I explained in part 3, I'm heavily been reacting to TXT these days, but I still think, I know that NCT 127 makes some of the best music in this industry. That may be my opinion, but I stand by that firmly. So I'm very excited. I really am. So without further ado, because this is going to be a little longer, I feel like, there's quite a few songs to get through, but I'm about to start with the group as a whole first. So this year they put out Walk. This is the title track. And I really love this song. I love it. It's definitely exactly like the members described. It's just like a throwback hip hop feel. It's just very classic. I want to say, I am not good with eras. I'm not good with it. But when 50 Cent first came out, because that's exactly who Johnny referenced, it absolutely reminds me of this. Kind of also reminds me of the music you used to hear in old video games, particularly basketball ones. You know what I mean? It reminds me of And One NBA. I don't know, video games in particular. It gives me that type of feel, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, this is a fun genre to return to. NCT in particular executes a genre like this so well. You know what I mean? Think 90s love, things like that. They really do well when they get to have a old school hip hop concept. And I love the message of it. NCT 127 right now is really on their senior, I've been in this bitch for a minute kind of thing. Johnny, I just keep remembering what Johnny said because I was watching promotions for this, and I know there were these I want to say there were radio shows where there were 2 members at a time kind of talking about the making of the album. Johnny said a lot of stuff that I thought really I really appreciated because it reflects where the group is now so well. But he was like, we're not rookies anymore. When you're young and you're starting out in the industry, you really care about a lot of things you ultimately realize you don't need to care about. But now they're so established. It's been many years in the game by now. And so, yeah, they're just, at this point, they just know their sound. They know what they're good at, and they just execute it flawlessly every time. They're very, they have a lot of swagger right about now. So I really like the message of the song in particular. I think the lyrics suit just where they are so well. And I love how the music is evolving with the members as they age, too. They're getting more mature and older, and so the music is reflecting that and the messages they're trying to send. So I love that. But we're about to get into it. Now, another note, I know that Tail is going to be in this and other group songs. That is what it is, okay? I'm not about to punish myself and the other members for stuff we didn't know about at the time, okay? All I could say is, You know, I'm gonna try my best just not to highlight him at all, even if he appears in front of me and even if he sings, I'm just gonna act like he doesn't exist. But I'm just happy we won't have to deal with this starting from whatever the next comeback is. But yeah, just know I'm not about to like get rid of this just because. Okay. 삐그덕 삐그덕 걸음걸이고 장나버린 듯이 walk Don't care about a thing 난 내 기분대로 walk 걸음걸이고 장난 듯이 삐그덕 삐그덕 나처럼 난 거치 on the beat 박자에 맞게 미끄러져 걸음이 좌우로 흔들리지는 메트로놈의 침너 여유롭지 원래 내 일이지 눈길에 끄지 내가 급한 여름은 break up. Also, I just want to point out how much I love the styling. It's very like chill. I mean, yes, it's also, you know, hip hop. There's a little bit of flair to it, but overall it's like chill and pretty casual. And I like seeing NCT in that more like subdued kind of style. Wow, Jungwoo. I see you crushing. Oh. Yuta. Dun 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 dun. I love that. I love that too, by the way. Jaehyun, rapper Jaehyun is here. It's not every day Jaehyun's part of the rap line, but he's doing great. Even though there, yes, is some singing, or like, you know, sometimes it's like rap singing, but overall it's cool because like pretty much every member kind of got to be more rhythmic with it. So it's almost like everyone was rapping in a way. It was very like, you know, following the rhythm and the beat. And so it wasn't, even though NCT could do both, you know, that's the thing. That's what makes this group so cool, is just how versatile they are. They can sing with the best of them. We all know every single member of this group is just strong vocals, you know? But even though everyone has their unique color, obviously, but also they all have good flow. They can do it all. Even Doyoung, even those people who you've kind of picture like classic vocalists, they rap pretty well too, you know? And that's just like, that's why they're my old group, because I'm telling you, like the caliber of artists we have, and there is no like, what do you call it? There's no like, you know, member that's kind of weighing people down a little bit. They are all like top tier, so. This video was all over the place. I love Yuta's look here. It's not every day he's wearing glasses. Here we go. Hey, this is my bias. Mark. Oh my gosh, not the bandanas. Hey, get off my lane. This is a bit much for me. Mark's burnt feet. Yeah, they like walking all over this industry is what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, they executed that perfectly. It's just because they feel that message, you know, that's who they are. But this is just a fun song. I mean, this is like a great party song, you know what I'm saying? If you're just hanging around, if you want to like, it's a good start your day song. If you want to, you know, stunt on people, if you want to feel like you're the boss and you want to go out and just like own shit, like this is a great song for that. But now, funnily enough, we are going to switch gears completely. I'm going to talk about my favorite B-side. Okay, some of you might disagree with this. You might think there's more dynamic or interesting songs on the album. You know, you might also think it's very much lacking like that neo sound. It's not very alternative, which we know NCT can do very well and often likes to incorporate a lot of different things. I don't care about any of that. This song, I loved it so much. It came out of nowhere for me, but it really, oh my gosh, it's gripped me ever since. And that is going to be Can't Help Myself. I just can't help myself. No, oh my God. I don't know what it is. It's just, I mean, first of all, it's a very romantic song. It's a very sweet romantic song. And I just love how it sounds. I really can't break it down too much. It was just the melodies. I really liked it. I really liked the vocals. And the thing was, like, we know our vocalists. I mean, that's every member, but you know what I'm saying? Like Doyoung, Jaehyun, Haechan, so forth. Like, you know what they are capable of. They can absolutely destroy a song and just, you know, like slam us with how like much belting and stuff like that they could do. But honestly, when we got to like their parts, and especially even in the final chorus, where a lot of those ad-libs and that belting usually comes in, it wasn't that much. It was actually more subtle than we're used to. But I'm telling you, and I'm gonna point this out when it comes, even like the little bit that they did to like kind of heighten the final chorus, I don't know what it was, but it was so beautiful and it hit me so hard. It really doesn't take that much, and I think that just speaks to their talent and how beautiful and distinct their voices are, particularly Haechan. In this song, Haechan, oh my gosh, just wait, because I'm not ready. But we're gonna do the lyric video. All right, we're about to get into it. This lyric video, I am not sure how accurate it is going to be, so I'm gonna try my best to work with what we got. But yeah, let's go. We get to hear everyone's singing voice. There was no rapping here, which is very nice. I just love Taehyung's singing voice, but also just his voice in general, whether it's speaking or singing, it's such a unique tone. It really stands out when he's singing English lines, but even in Korean, it's just like that kind of, I don't know, he has such a deep voice too. But I don't know, his vocal color is so, it stands out so much. It's very unique. Johnny, this chorus. So nice. Before we move on, you might think I'm saying this only because he's my bias, but Yuta is another one who I always have thought has such a unique vocal color. And even his speaking voice, I've said this too, I think Yuta and even Johnny, the two of them have naturally what I think are sing-songy melodic voices. I don't know what it is, but he has just like such a sweet voice. And the thing is, like, we know now, if you didn't know before, with his latest solo album, with the way he is like pushing his voice to the limits and like belting and just screeching the way he does in his rock songs, We know his voice could be way more powerful, but still, I will always love the way his voice is in these NCT songs, because it has such a natural, like I said, a natural melody of its own. And so it goes so well with like this more like chill, melodic, sometimes R&B style songs. I really like it. His accent's so unique too. I love Jan's vocals in the back. Sorry, I want to play that one more time. It's hard for me not to pause because the song goes so quickly, but there's so many little details that are easy to miss, but I have to like point them out. And I love how Jan is like kind of bouncing in the back. I can help myself. I can help my. It's so nice. Runs. And I love how they go back and forth. I love how many lines he's getting. Okay, there's definitely like, see, the thing about this lyric video is they're only highlighting the main vocalists, but they're not telling you what members are singing in the back. And that's so crucial because I know for sure, at least, unless it was Johnny the whole way through, but at least one member, it was Johnny singing, backing up Jungwoo. And his voice sounds great too. Like, one thing about SM that you have to give them credit for is that they know how to utilize harmonies. Like, their groups are so well trained in it, and you want to use harmonies, I highly recommend for every song you possibly can. It just makes things sound so much fuller and just like richer. Anytime you can layer different kinds of vocals together, it just like, it makes the song so much better. I'm hearing Johnny quite a lot. Isn't that Yuta? I think Yuta came in earlier than that. Yeah, because I know Yuta's voice. Like I said, is very distinct. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to pause, from here on out, because I know I've been doing it a lot, but I definitely, this part I have to highlight, because like I said, Haechun, his ad-libs and his time to like belt and stuff, it doesn't actually come often in this song, especially compared to other songs. But Haechan has such again, this is the thing, this group, all their voices are so unique, but Haechan is another one. He has such a unique, naturally high tone, and I love just the ad-libs he has in this song. It really, like, even though it's not frequent, it makes the song so beautiful, and it just makes it sound like more emotional, you know what I mean? It's very romantic. Like, I can help myself, no. I love how high his voice is. Now Yuta's doing it. The part Jan did. Just can't help myself. Boy, do they love to make Johnny do some English narration just to like get the girls' hearts fluttering, I guess. I feel like that's how SM thinks. They love to give Johnny these little parts, but he does it very well. Yeah. It's definitely a more like, you know, less experimental, more chill song for NCT. But I don't know. Something about it, I really, really liked it. I don't know what it was about it, but I just thought it was so beautiful. And the thing is, NCT, they don't always have to do something so crazy or like different or experimental. They do songs like these just fine, and it's still so amazing just because you like nothing beats raw talent. And even though they are not singing as dynamically as maybe we're used to, especially when we're talking about our prominent main vocalists, you know, Haechan, Doyoung, Jaehyun, Jungwoo, you know, even though they could do a lot more, it's still just because the talent is there and their vocal color is so distinct and unique, like it still makes what could otherwise be an ordinary song so amazing just because it's theirs, the one that's singing it. I hope that makes sense. It just comes down to like the powerhouse this group is, how talented everyone is and how different they are. There may be 9 of them, well, not anymore, 8, whatever, but no one is like making the group lag. No one feels like they don't have to be there. Every single person matters and makes things so much better just because of how different they are and how good everyone is. So yeah, I can't stress enough how just top tier this group is. So we are going to go into solo work now. So who is first? Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. When it came to like 1 to 7 solo albums this year, they're the top. I'm not just saying that because they're my old group. Like they really were some of my favorite albums this year. And that's the thing too. They'd be doing it and then they're like, this is a going away present. Guess what? We're going to the military. Oh my gosh. And so yeah, Taeyong dropped this masterpiece of an album and dipped. Now his first album, I did like it a lot actually, but he leveled himself up for sure with this album. I wanted to put like damn near every B-side from this album here. I can only choose one, but believe me when I tell you, I like so many songs on that album. And he just plays around with so many different styles. He is an amazing producer. Like, you know, he makes a lot of his own music. He's made a lot of music for his group, and he is so talented. And a lot of it has to do with, I think, how eclectic his music taste is. You can tell he listens to a lot of different music, and a lot of Western music at that. And so it really influences just the range of styles he had. In that one album, Tap, like he had hip-hop, which you would expect, but he also had like this alt-rock and just all kinds of stuff. It was such a nice album. So, Tap. Even though I like Shalala when it came out, I absolutely love Tap more. I really like this song, really. And not only that, but I love the music video. I mean, it was very conceptual. It was like this whole, like he was basically playing a character in a Japanese TV program and going all through Tokyo to find, the dango? That was really fun. I just love all the shots, all the scenes, the styling. Everything was so on point. What's crazy about Japan is it is such, like, you look at scenes from, you know, that country and you just know right away, like, this is Japan. It's so distinct how it looks. And for places like where Taeyong shot, right, this is clearly Tokyo, Shinjuku, Shibuya, you know, those kind of places, maybe Akihabara too. Those are scenes in particular we've seen so many times. As long as you are someone who consumes Asian content, especially Japanese content regularly, you have seen the freaking Tokyo, and especially those tourist spots, those like main attractions that they love to show. Yet for some reason, no matter how much they show it, it never gets old. What is it about that city that is just so captivating that it never gets old? These things that we've seen so many times. The theme cafes, that famous crosswalk in, what is it, Shinjuku, Shibuya, one of them. You know what I mean? Those lights and those with the gacha machines and the the arcades, and it's like I've seen all that already, but it's just like the way you shoot it, and you know, it's just, I don't know, it's still somehow fresh and cool every single time. So yeah, and I know Taeyong really appreciates Japan and anime and Japanese culture, so you know what I mean, he's doing the place justice too. You have to have really loved that place and have passion for it, and you know, for it to really sell it, you know what I mean, and to keep it fresh. And Taeyong is nothing if not fresh. You know, there is nothing stale about him. He is so creative. I cannot sing his praises enough. And Taeyong, he's kind of like my soulmate in a way. I always feel that way because we are just into so many of the same things, especially aesthetically. So anyway, before that being said, let's get into Tap. Look at that phone. The Nokia. I personally love that, the way he sings "I'm saucing on you" like a bibimbap ramen. Some people thought it was ridiculous. Not me. I'm saucing on you like a bibimbap ramen. You addicted, I'm addicted, I'm swanking on you. We like to dance while sweating on the floor, you know. This cafe boy, his looks, you can't blink, you'll just miss something. There's just so many looks and things in this. So interesting, this video. I love the camera work. I love the hook of the song. I love it. He uses English so strategically in these songs. He's making me want some dango. He really is. Gosh, I love this scene. I can't tell you how much I love old-time bathhouses like this. You know it's been there a while. The look of this. The look at the... Oh my gosh. That instrumental right there, that do 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 do. If y'all know anything about what is that group? No Doubt, right? No Doubt. Gwen Stefani's old band. Okay. They have a song called, I want to say it's Rock Steady. That instrumental is pulled from that song. I'm not kidding. Go and listen to Rock Steady. It's the same instrumental. I have no idea if Taeyong, you sampled it from there or whatever, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to know Taeyong has listened to No Doubt, or at least ska, for sure. Too fast to stop. I just want to point out how the sounds in this, you know what I'm saying? It's not like just straight hip hop, and like I love the way he mixes up the melodies and things like that. I love this breakdown over here. Before we get into this part right here, when he's going into, because I'm going to play it all the way through without pausing, but from this part where he starts to sing and then he goes into that alley, and I don't know what that is. Would you call it the bridge maybe? I love that part of the song so much. So pay attention because I like it too much. I can't pause this time. Oh my gosh. The way he sings Tap in this part. The way he sings the hook, I should say. I said I wouldn't pause it till the end, and so now I'm gonna replay it because that's how much I like it. Tap, 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 tapping on me. He is so clever with it. And I love this shot. There's nothing like Japanese alleyways. I love that freaking Palms Angels jacket that he wore. I looked it up. It costs way too much money for an ordinary person like me, but boy did I want it. I love that whole scene, and I love the what is it, like the credits, you know, that classic like Japanese style credits, the way they show them when they're going in, when they finish the intro of these Japanese TV programs and they're about to go to commercial. that exact look, and I love how they incorporated his album and everything. Like he if this video is so fun because it's like a video game too. It's like a treasure hunt because you can look through so many of the captions and stuff, even though a lot of it is in Japanese. But you see little, like, the captions aren't just random. They have to do with his song and the album and everything. It's such a well done video. Like, oh, we have to go again. We have to go again. Ugh. And then, woo, let's go. I want that jacket. Listen, Taeyeon can make any word trendy. I'm saucing on you. Ah, he got the dango. Wow, that looks good. Oh my gosh, do I miss Japan? What? You can't watch this if you're missing Japan too much. Goodness gracious. Okay, anyway, yeah, that song is so fun. I love it. I love the video so much. It's just like, oh, Taeyeon, I love your brain. Okay, we're about to get into my favorite B-side of this album. Now, if you are on the... I mean, I know everyone has their different tastes, but I feel like at least 99% of you are on the same page as me. You know what's about to come. You and I go on a moon tour. This song is just simply a masterpiece. We all know, I do not need to convince you why this song is so amazing. Like, you want to talk about, like, he really, when he said dreamy, he, like, oh my gosh, it was just like the dreamiest, the most otherworldly, the most take me out of reality song ever. He does such a good job just like bringing the concepts home, like with the music and the way he sings. Like, you feel like you're in outer space when you are hearing this song. You definitely don't feel like you're grounded, that's for sure. I'm levitating every time I hear this song, these vocals. And just, I love the way he uses certain themes in a lot of his songs, like the water and space. You know what I mean? It's such a, like, it reflects how out there his mind is in the best way. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot with this song. But you all know this chorus is everything. Like, I'm telling you, that hits so hard. I know, even though it's like we know what Taeyeon is capable of, I feel like none of us expected what we got with this song. It is just too freaking good. Before I play this song though, I just want to give honorable mention to this other B-side. It's 404 Loading, I believe. Oh my, like, I'm trying to keep it to 2 songs an album, but it was such a stiff competition. That's how much I like this song. Even though Moon Tour is a masterpiece, it was very stiff competition between that and 404 Loading. And one big reason I'm not playing 404 Loading is because I highly recommend you to listen to that after 404 File Not Found from his previous album. Listen to those back to back because obviously, number one, that's the way it's supposed to be done. If you listen to 404 File Not Found, the end of that is same instrumentation and everything that starts off 404 Loading, so it's obviously a continuation. That's another just otherworldly, like, beautiful, emotional, such a excuse me, I'm like swallowing. I'm literally choking on my spit because I'm so excited. But yeah, it's just such an impactful song, and it really just takes me somewhere else. It's such a good, it's another masterpiece, really. So yes, 404 Loading, just know that song was way up there for me too. But we're gonna go into Moon Tour. Just let me prepare myself. It's every time, doesn't matter how many times I've heard it, it hits too hard. It's so freaking good. Oh, and I love like that, and I love, how they're like Taeyeon is just such a phenomenal producer. But yeah, I love the intro too, how it's like, what is it, like communication between, it sounds like astronauts really, or they're communicating from the space shuttle to the base on Earth. That is so like that is just such a cool, unique way to start the song too and set the scene. This piano. It will be a beautiful day. Let me turn this up a little. Can we talk about how good of a lyricist is? Can you speak, Chennai? A lyricist he is. I'm not sure if he wrote the entire. I can almost bet he had a heavy hand in the lyrics though, because I know he knows English well. That's the thing. He writes a lot of English lyrics too, and some of these you can just tell it came from him. He has a very interesting, he puts some very interesting lyrics in songs. But I mean, it just paints the picture. Even like every aspect of this song is so intentional and fits the theme so well. No rapping this time, just his beautiful vocals. This part. You know we gotta replay that. Those lyrics, number one, but his voice, he goes so deep, and I cannot copy it. I'm gonna fail, but I still love you to the moon and back. It's so nice. It's so cool. So high too. His range. I need to point this out. You see within one song how low his voice gets and then how high and sometimes very breathy and airy it gets. And it matches again. Everything is so intentional. When he's talking about the moon and flying high and stuff, how his voice gets higher to reflect that. I love this part. Oh, get ready, the final chorus. I love how he does that before the drop. Boy, I hope y'all heard that, how he used that percussion so strategically in that last chorus. It just really made it was the same lyrics, almost everything was the same, but the way he did the music and the way he used beats more in the final chorus, it really made everything hit harder. He is just, like I said, I cannot praise him enough for his production skills. Oh my gosh, Taeyong. Like, I don't know how he's ever going to top a song like that, to be honest. It was just so unexpected. This, like, oh my gosh, that hit so hard. It's such a masterpiece of a song. Okay. But that's it for Taeyong's album. We are gonna move on to the next member, and that is going to be my bias Yuta. Okay, so we know how amazing this album was. We got such a unique thing from this group in that we had a really just like pure rock album from him. And even though the songs were so dynamic because there were many different genres of rock, you know, there was pop rock, there was metal, there was alt rock, all these things. But yeah, I just love just how, number one, I'm just so happy we finally got to this place where Yuta could put out his own solo work in exactly the way he has wanted for a long time. I love the execution of it. It was a masterpiece. Every single song was great. But I love just how unique he is. Like, his color is just so special, and there's just no one like him in this industry. This thing we call K-pop, nobody like Yuta. Now, we are going to go into Off the Mask. This, I would like to give an award for the most cathartic song of the year. I've said this before. It is just, when he, like, the message is delivered so well. The way he sings this, like, oh, it's just like, it feels like unleashing, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about ripping off the mask, showing you the side of me that I kept hidden or that I couldn't really express to you, but this is the real me. I want you to know me for real. And it just, he really, boy, that message hit so hard because he was just like, I can't even really describe it in words better than I can show you, because that was exactly the feeling it gave, the way he sang that song, you know. But I've seen the music video already, so I'm going to try to play this. We actually have a few live, I guess this is like taken from his concert tour, right? But there are a few songs that they actually posted to YouTube and they show his live performances. I wish they could have done it for every song on this album, but I'm happy they did it for a few of them. So this is my first time watching this, but I'm very excited. So this is Off the Mask from his tour, and let's get into it. Oh, he's already going off. We just started. He hasn't even sung yet. Dude. It was like Hyde 2.0. I mean that in like, not like he's a carbon copy of Hyde, but it's just like he is, I feel like he is making Hyde of, you know, Larkin Seal so proud. So proud. You know what I mean? He is just embodying that rock spirit, that energy. Like, look at him. Like, he's in his element, you know what I'm saying? And he's like really hot on another note. Look at him. Look at the way he posed like that. Omuna. Oh my gosh. Why are you so serious? Don't be afraid of darkness. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's what the story you began. Is it not? I'll turn up a little. What'd I say? Oh, you hear that shrieking? I'm so used to it now, though. He loves to keep... Oh, no. I'm gonna replay that. But yeah, I'm so used to seeing his chest at this point. He's been doing that for a good minute now. Ooh. I love that guttural rock vocals he does. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I love how he did the singing too. He did not skip on the tone. To the stamina. Sakebe. Oh. That's one thing you're not gonna see in an NCT song. Oh my gosh. What? Who was that even? I'm telling you, it's like he transformed into another being. It's like, yes, it's Yuta, but this is the thing. He don't need props or nothing. His voice, his presence, his performance is doing everything. He could be there by himself. Do you see how he's delivering this message of Off the Mask? He didn't have to have a mask even or anything. It's the way he was transforming before our eyes. The Yuta we're used to, like in NCT songs, it's like literally he went into some type of machine and came out like Off the Mask Yuta. There's nothing to say about that. Oh my gosh. You see, this is what SM was repressing. Like, do you understand? Just look at how free he is. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful to see. Like, it's hard for me to even move on to the next song because of how impactful that was. That person who told me in the comments to check this out, shout out to that viewer, and also for like just hitting home what I knew. But they were like, Yuta is really about like, you have to see him live to truly grasp how amazing he is. He is like made to be a live performer, and that is so true. This is just making me more and more wanting him to come to my country and do his tour, like in not just in Japan. He needs to do this tour freaking everywhere. Okay? Oh my gosh, I hope it could happen someday. But we have to move on. It's hard for me because I want to kind of just sit with this feeling, but I have to. So I'm going to go on to my favorite B-side of the album. I know every song is so great, so it's hard to choose, but I can say honestly, even though songs like Bad Euphoria and stuff were so popular, for me it was Save You. I really like that song. I love the way it sounds. He sings with such great emotion, and I don't know. I really love the melody of it, and I love the message too. So we're about to go into that. We're trading places. His voice. I love that. I love how high he gets there. There's quite a lot of English in this song. I love the bridge that's fitting to come. Well, get ready for this run. I love how his voice slightly goes a little above what is comfortable. Like almost kind of breaks at the end. And this outro. The instruments are so good too. Even the way he screams at the end of a lot of these songs is different. Like, the scream at the end of Off the Mask is more like animalistic. He sounds almost like he's growling. And here it's a little different. It's just like a, it's more of a human scream. But I like how even that detail is different in all of these songs. Yeah, this is such a fun song. Okay, so yeah. Now we are already getting to the last artist. We have Jaehyun. Yes. Like I had said, I forget what reaction it is I did, but this was past the time that Jaehyun put his album out, and I just lamented how I could not react to it. I had not started my channel then. But this album, this is my album of the year. Period. The only reason Jaehyun has beat out Yuta for my album of the year by like this much is just because while I love all of Yuta's songs, I don't typically gravitate towards the rock genre as much as the genres that Jaehyun likes to do, R&B and things like that. Even though, artists like Yuta make me appreciate rock so much more. But I like this album was just so thorough, and it was just so good. Every single song, I love it. I listen to it almost on the daily. It's so amazing. Like, Jaehyun, his like range, the different styles he does, is so broad, but at the same time, he has such a distinct style as well. There's certain things that really suit him. Not just like R&B, but also he has like this classic old style feel. You know what I mean? He's an old soul in the way. He really calls up some of these, eras that are like before our time. We're talking like your parents' time, things like that. And it's so cool that like he's this young artist who is like revamping these kinds of older styles. You know what I mean? Or he's really like making a younger generation appreciate these styles. Smoke is a great example of that. Smoke is a very classy song. It gives a little bit of an old school feel. It also gives a little bit of like a soulful feel. That's the other thing. I don't know where Jan gets the soul from, but he has it. He has it. It kind of reminds me of like, like Silk Sonic, for example. Just the feeling he has. But I would not call this a dated song at all. It's very modern feeling at the same time, particularly just the way he dances, especially not at the end. At the end when he has that white suit, it's definitely classy old school, but like the dancing with the group, yeah, that's where it gets, has that modern twist. This freaking song is just so good. I cannot, like, every aspect of the song, I love it. I reacted to the recording behind the scenes of this, so everything I would need to say about his vocals was said there. He, like, the extent to which he, overlaid his vocals, like, he didn't need anyone else. He doesn't need backup singers or anything. His voice is the instrument. His voice does it all. He could be his own backup, his own ad-libs, his own everything, his own harmonies. You don't need no one. His voice is so... like, he does so many different things, and the way they overlaid his vocals in the song, oh my gosh, and it was so different every time. Like, there was nothing consistent about the way he was singing, and I loved it. not prepared. Like, I love this song and video too much. Like, that's, I'm almost scared to play it. Like, I'm stalling for real. But, oh my gosh. The swag, the sexiness, it's, everything is too much for me. Everything. Why is he looking like that? He really looks like he's trying to hide something. He's very, like, sus the whole video.
Jump in if you feel it. Yes. Say what you say, what's the place trying to get caught up with you? I'm in the coupe till dude, you got a few on it and what you wanna do. I'm going on.
I love the color in this video. I love it so much.
Make it easier on you, so I'm falling around to come take you out.
This whole scene is a problem. I don't know what it is about that shot. That is literally probably one of my favorite shots in the entire video. I don't know. I don't like to, you know what I mean? And even Jan, he was like, you know, he was saying, people had so much trouble interpreting this video, trying to figure out what the heck it means. And I'm gonna be honest with you, after seeing the behind the scenes of this, I'm not sure it means anything. All I know is that Jan was like, I don't want people to just, number one, focus just on my visuals. And I also don't want people to just, you know, I don't want them to just expect, like, know what to expect. I want to catch them off guard. I want to show them I could do different things than what they might think I'm gonna do. And he was like, when he was explaining the video, he didn't really explain it other than to say it was kind of, it almost intended to, like, just be absurd, not really connect at all, just be like, just to throw people off. So I really think, I'm not sure there was any point to trying to interpret this. Where was I even going with this? I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't want to, so to honor Jan, I don't want to just focus on his visuals, but, like, his face and his hand caressing his own face, like, it's just like a freaking statue right here. This is like a, this is like a Korean Greek god before us or something. Like, this is like, oh my gosh. I don't know what, this whole thing in front of the mirror, and also when he's lying on the couch in that suit, it's a lot. Like, goodness gracious. Oh, this drop. Look at the way they are moving. Also, look at freaking Bada Lee just, like, seamlessly with the guys. She's so cool. Now, see, this is the stuff that kind of makes it more modern. Pump up the AC. I just want to say, like, those ad-libs in particular, the way he goes, AC, and then, like, those right there, I don't know what it is, but, like, that make like pass that. Wow, you see, he's making me stutter. Like, I can't talk. That's how much this song is like gagging me. But yeah, just those little ad-libs, I don't know what it is, but it makes it punch so much harder. Especially when he gets into the chorus at first, like, smoke, too hot, smoke, like, just the little ad-libs he has. Pump up the AC. It's small and it's subtle, but trust me, it has a huge impact.
Your turn, baby, oh. You know it's good for you, let me take you out. The sun is going down. When you hit the dark, I got the.
See?
Smoke coming out the boombox.
Smoke. He needs to not do that.
Coming out the boombox. Smoke coming out the boombox.
He looks so freaking good.
I'm pulling around you, so come take you out.
See, I'm remembering when he recorded all of these different parts in the behind the scenes. Take it. And just when you thought it was over, the switch up. Then it's like, show's over. You can't be a part of this. Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, look, it's Dandelion and Roses. Yeah, we're not about to get into that. But oh my goodness. Yeah, that is just, that song is everything. I really can't say more about it. I like every single aspect of this song. What a title track. It's definitely not something that is just like, you know, mainstream, just like easily like digestible by everyone. Like, even though it's not like hard listening, it's in a way, it's not like there's anything that is abrasive about the song, but at the same time, it's just unique. It's not like, it's different enough even with the modern elements that it's not something you just hear all the time. It really sets him apart from others. Jan is just so like, you know, he has a real appreciation for music, and it really reflects here. Like, he's a true artist, you know? Okay, but now we're going on to the last song of this series, and my favorite B-side of the album. No, it's not Roses, even though Roses is an incredible song. Like I said, I like every song, not just like love every song on this album, but Can't Get You is the song that really did it for me. Yeah, again, it's also another old school feel type of song, and very soulful as well. I like, it's just, and it's such a cool, chill vibe song. I really like it. I don't know, I can't say what it is about it that I like a little bit more than Roses, but I don't know. And the instrumentation too, even the way it starts, I'm going to just get into it because I feel like I can, you know, kind of break it down and explain it better once I start to hear it. So there was a performance he did of it. What is this? I don't know what the heck Mushroom Live is, but I'm grateful because that's how I got to see an actual performance of this song, because, you know, this was not, otherwise I don't think there's another like performance of it. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna have, I can't remember if there's like English captions for this. But yeah. I will be pausing, but at the same time, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be pausing, because I'm telling you right now, when this song plays, I'm so in the vibe. Like, it's hard for me to focus on anything. I don't even know what my face is going to be doing, but yeah, this, like, I'm just like in it. When it starts, I'm like not here. Physically, I'm here, but like I'm not here, so we'll see. I love how this starts, the instrumental. I love it. Oh, can you not do this? For real though. Okay. It's surreal. For real though. It is though. We have to play that again. Da na 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 na. You know I dream you right. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't even like really break this down. All I could do is repeat what he did. It's just, I love his flow and the way he like changes it up. And it, as if that wasn't bad enough, the way he's singing, but just like look at how he is. It's just like, you know how Jan get it when he's on his like really chill vibe, just like, yeah, I know, you know, I know what you're thinking. I know it's a lot for you, but like unbothered, just like attacking us without remorse. That's how I feel about this. Unfortunately, there's no captions. I can't get you out of my, can't get you out. That's a very throwback kind of way of singing. I can't get you out of my, can't get you out of my system. First of all, who did those background vocals for him? That whoever that lady is, like, why was that not me? That's like one of my favorite parts. I know you know. I know you know. Ugh. Out of my system. He knows. Breathe in my arms. Feel you. Oh, 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 oh yeah. He really can't do this direct on eye contact while singing this. Do you hear the background vocals? Darling. Like, what time are you from? No one says darling either. It's like we're stepping back in time. Not with the horn, too. One more time. The thing is, the problem here is that I have to sing along with him. I physically can't restrain myself, but then I'm singing over him. Therefore, we must replay those parts again. He is so in the vibe too. I love this too. These lyrics, everything is so. Everything is so. This instrument too. The fade out. Look at him. Look at him. He's doing this too well. Dude, who produced this song? Just like, it's too much for me. This team behind this song, including Jaehyun, oh my gosh, that song is everything. I have no idea how many of you like really resonated with this song, but it's everything. This is like, oh my gosh, I didn't see this coming. It was so good. And just that he executed so well. And the thing is, looking at him perform this, there was nothing like forced about it. You could tell he was like me. He was like very just like mellow, like zoned out, like very just in it, you know? You can tell he was really feeling it. And I just love how Jaehyun like appreciates not just like genres and styles from this time. I love how he takes so many of the great elements of music from the past, because the thing is, it was just a lot. It was so different, not to sound like an Ajima, but yeah, it's just back in the day, it was less electronics and things like that. It was way more focused on your raw talent, because there was just less you could do in terms of like reforming things, like kind of like tweaking things if things were not, perfect in terms of vocal ability and things like that. You had to have a lot more raw talent back then. And just there were a lot more real instruments before all of these different kind of production machines and electronics and stuff like that make a lot of current music came about. So the feel is just different, there's something about it that is just warmer and richer and more soulful. And I love how Jaein just kind of embodies that. He's such a good mesh of the new with the old. And that makes him such a distinct artist too. If one thing I could say about NCT 127 and what you have seen, just from 3 of them, this isn't even the whole team, right? Just how different their solo works were, and how amazing they all were, and how like they just bring such different styles and taste and everything. And they're just like amazing for what they are doing for music today, and in K-pop. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just they're just so unique. That's why I love this group so much. And so like I'm just so happy that I got all of this amazing work from them this year, especially before Jan and Taeyong had to leave for the military. So, but yeah, this wraps up my favorites of the year. Of course, this wasn't everything, but this is some of the real standout songs for me. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Please let me know what you thought of the songs I presented, but also let me know of some of your other favorites that didn't make it on any of my lists. I would love to hear about those as well. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And also, I just want to say happy holidays to everyone. I haven't had my channel for very long, but I really appreciate just the support that I've gotten. For those of you who have been watching and commenting and subscribing, and also just like for me having a space to talk about this stuff, because just on a personal note, there's really no one who's like into K-pop the way I am around me. And so this has just been so nice to do, to kind of just express all of this, just my love for this music and everything. And it's just, I'm finally talking to, even though it's not directly, of course, but I'm finally talking to people who just get it. You know what I mean? You guys know right away what it is I'm talking about, and it resonates with you just the same, and we're all here for the same reason, and that makes me so happy. So I'm really happy that I started this, and I really look forward to what more will come in the new year. So yeah, have happy holidays, everyone, and I will see you next year in the next video. Bye!